In this video, we're going to continue factoring, but we're going to step up the level of difficulty of the problems. And you're going to see that it's not going to change how we factor very much, but the problems will look different to start with. So let's try one. Here's our first problem. X squared plus 5xy minus 14y squared. Right away, we see the difference. Not only do we have an x variable, we also have y variables. And that's new. We haven't done problems like this before. Hint, let's just ignore the y's for now and factor this like we've done before. Remember that we have a 1 in front of x squared, even though it didn't have it originally. So let's do a times c is negative 14. How do we multiply to 14? 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Now we need to get our signs correct. Negative 14 tells me my signs are different. Positive 5 tells me that my right row or column is my positive column. So this row column must be my negative column. These rows add to 13 and 5, and this is the row we need because this is a 5. We would factor x minus 2, and I'm going to leave a little bit of space, and x plus 7, and again leave some space. This looks familiar. The only thing we're going to do now, in order to get this y squared, let's go ahead and put a y in there, because negative 2y times positive 7y is negative 14y squared. Like I said, not very different from what we've been doing before, except for the fact that we have two variables. X squared minus 12xy plus 20y squared. Again, two variables, x's and y's. Factor like we've done before, just ignore the y's. We know that we have a 1 in front, although it wasn't written. A times c is 20. Ways to multiply to 20. The positive 20 tells me my signs are the same. What same sign? They're both negative. Each column is negative. Add up our rows, negative 21, negative 12, negative 9, and this is the row that we need, negative 2 and negative 10. Put those in our parentheses, remember to leave a space, and now we'll just enter our y's. X minus 2y, x minus 10y. Do you want to check it? You can always FOIL, and you will see that this is what we get. Let's try another one. 40x squared plus 56xy plus a 160y squared. You notice we have our x variables and our y variables, but you should also notice that, wow, these numbers are big. Do we notice anything else about 456 and 160? We should notice that we have a GCF. Each term can factor out a 4. Let's do that. 4x squared plus 14xy, 56 divided by 4 is 14, and 160 divided by 4 is 40y squared. So right away we made this problem look a little better. So let's start with 1 times 40 is 40. Ways to multiply to 40. Plus 40 tells me my signs are the same. What same sign? Positive. I could write the pluses or just leave it blank. I'll write it for now. Add our rows, 41, 22, 14. That's what we need. So we can stop. So x plus 4, leave a space. X plus 10, leave a space. Enter in our y's. Oh, before you go and put a nice answer square around this, what do we need to remember? Oh yeah, we had a 4 out in front. So let's put that 4 out in front with our answer. And now we factored. Another problem for us to do, 3x squared minus 17xy plus 20y squared. We should notice a few things. Actually, we should notice 2. First one, 2 variables. We have x's and y's. And something else is different about this problem. We don't have any GCF, but we do have a number that a is not equal to 1. So we're going to have to do the window, which is what I call it. Let's start with 3 times 20, or a times c, which is 60. Ways to multiply to 60. And 20, 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. The 20 is positive. That tells us that our signs are the same. What same sign? They're both negative. Both columns are negative. And you should already be getting to the point where, since we know that the row needs to add to a negative 17, maybe you just skip right down to it and say it's going to be negative 5, negative 12. Let's fill in our window. 3x squared in the top left, 20y squared in the bottom right. My negative 5 and my negative 12 can go in either spot. You have a choice. For this one, I'll put negative 5 here and negative 12 up here. Now, when you did it previously, and the problem only had x's, we had to put an x with these terms. But now our problem also has y's. So let's go ahead and also put y's with these terms. Now we can just do GCF like we did before. GCF of the top row is 3x. GCF of the bottom row is negative, because these signs have to be the same, 5y. GCF of the left column is just an x. GCF of the right column, and it has to be the greatest common factor, negative 4y. Greatest common factor. Again, these signs have to be the same. Our answer comes from the outside. It does not matter the order. And it's factored. Last example of the video. 12x squared minus 60xy plus 63y squared. Again, 2 variables, x's and y's. And if you look at this, 12, 60, 63, first thing you might think is, well, those are big numbers, and they are. And because they're so big, what could we maybe think about there? And hopefully you realize, oh, there's a greatest common factor in 12, 60, and 63. And that greatest common factor is 3. If I factor out of 3, 4x squared minus 20xy plus 21y squared. From there, I'm going to treat what's going on inside the parentheses like its own problem. 4 times 21 is 84. Ways to multiply to 84. 28, 4 and 21, no 5, 6 and 14, 7 and 12, 8 does not work, 9 does not work, 10 and 11 don't work. And then we're back to 12, so we're done with our list. Positive 21 tells me the signs are same. What same sign? Negative. Negative, 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 negative. You get the idea. And again, You might just want to skip around and be able to find, oh, it's this row that gives me my negative 20. Let's make our window. 4x squared top left, 21y squared bottom right, negative 6, negative 14, and they need the x and the y. Let's do GCFs. I'll do a different color. Top row, GCF 2x. Bottom row, GCF. GCF negative 3y. Signs have to be the same. Left column, 2x. Right column, negative 7y. Signs have to be the same. We get our answer from the outside. Ooh, before you put a circle around this as the answer, we had this 3 out in front. And that's factoring slightly more difficult problems.